Alright, so this video is not gonna be entertaining, but I'm going to teach you how I 3x my sales, how I basically get paid to advertise my own beats, and then everything that comes after you get your customers to basically purchase your beats. So everything that comes after that, all the sales process, how you can dial that in and boost your sales like crazy. On top of that, like, I get 1.2 million views a month on this channel, and that's 1.2 million potential customers every month. And this is not even my best month, bro. Like, I've had months where I've gotten 3 million views, made 10k just from AdSense of those moments. Because as you can see here, this is what I've made so far from just this channel and just from me advertising these beats. And what we advertising, I'm being basically like straight up posting consistently every day, no ads. This is all organic, and this is just what have gotten me through AdSense. It's not beat sales, because then I'm directing them to beat sales, and then I'm also talking to my customers. So we're gonna cover everything in this video. So first of all, we're gonna dial in with your traffic source, right? And this is basically gonna be YouTube. You probably have guessed it to this point. But the whole point of why I glaze YouTube so much, like, you probably also have been watching my other videos if you're new here. Like, basically all I do is get views, bro, and that's the foundation of everything. Fuck networking, fuck getting placements, like all of this shit, bro. I'm telling you, all of this can come from YouTube. If you go to my Instagram and I pull out all my placements, all of the connections I have, basically my old online persona, bro, it all comes and started and was built around YouTube. Like, right now I have 6,500 followers, and all of this, I'm telling you, came from my channels that I managed to blow up. And if you're thinking that you might need a big following to do this, that you need followers, you need people that you're already working with, I've had other channels manage to blow them up in like 17 videos. This is the case with these channels. I have 23 videos, and I've had this one reaching 2 million views on it, and that was a brand new channel. I have countless of others. I'm gonna put them now on screen, but this definitely works. Now, some of you might think it takes a lot of time to upload these beats. Like, I want to show you what me and my team have been working on recently. We just launched this new software called typebeat.phone, and bro, generally takes like 3 seconds to automatically upload both to your YouTube and to your own beat store. Because as you can see here, that's basically my public profile right now. I'm using it to sell my beats mostly from my second channels, and now I'm also switching on my main channel. And there's literally no beat fees in here. You get your own beat store, so you don't have competition with other producers, and the conversion rate is also way higher by doing this. And it basically just looks so professional. I love these animations here. We're currently working on some crazy ass features to drop in the future, like a niche finder to actually find viral niches for your channel, a beat scanner feature that can actually let you be able to scan your beats to find out what artists are stealing your shit. So it's literally like a game changer and a time saver. Most importantly, like, this whole process takes literally like 1 minute to just get an upload done. The link to sign up in the description. There's also a free trial in both a free and pro plan, so you definitely have nothing to lose just to check it out. So we're gonna first talk about our traffic source. Why is YouTube so good? I was just saying that you don't have to network, you don't have to get placements, because YouTube is gonna get them directly for you. So these are other income sources that I didn't even mention at the beginning of the video, but they come from YouTube. I've had placements with Annalie Chopper, Big X, Pizzo, BAKJ, like, you can name them, just from YouTube beats. And I did nothing. They reached out to me, I was just posting consistently. Basically, the whole strategy about YouTube is you want to niche down into a specific artist. Ideally, a small one, right? I blew up with Splurge. Sometimes I was doing Big Evo. Same thing with that channel I just showed you, I was doing Annalie Chopper beats. The reason is because the more you specialize, the more you're deep down into a hella specific niche, the more recognizable you become. Think about how many Drake type beats you can fucking find on YouTube, bro. That's just an example. It's probably also outdated. I mean, Drake is kind of picking up in type beats again, but I'm thinking just about any artist. Like, the most generic one that I can think of is literally like Lil Baby. For example, now I want to do an experiment with you, and I'm gonna be looking Lil Baby type beat here on YouTube, and let's see how many different prods and beats are gonna be popping up, right? These are all a bunch of different producers who are hopping on this niche, right? And you can tell that all of these different videos are from different producers. Control Gang, Storm, Code, whatever that is, Mac Double. These are all new channels here. Saya, Kiko Beats. Now Storm is also a really big one. His videos are kind of old though. So you can already tell that there's hella producers hopping on a niche like this, because it's so generic, and Lil Baby such an, like, you know, I won't say an outdated artist, but it's pretty mainstream, and type beats don't work like that. On top of that, most of these videos, I'ma tell you, they're buying views. And with buying views I basically mean they're not doing it organically, they're using some type of boosts which make them able to actually get on top of searches. So you might be like, well, if there's producers doing that, what's even the point of doing type beats? Like, they're just getting all the customers. That's wrong, because if that was the case, I would be getting shit on my YouTube. And the whole reason why I still get views is because of what I'm going to teach you in like literally 2 minutes. But it still works organically like crazy, and my students are reaching millions of views through the organic method. So I definitely know 100% this works. But I'm just saying that with bigger niches like this, like Lil Baby, Future, Drake, whatever big and saturated niche you want to name, you want to think of, there's gonna be producers buying views in that. So that's not a good thing for you to hop on that if there's producers buying views. Wow, let's go on a hella specific niche. Like, I was thinking about, I can even look up splurge type beat, right? Now there's some people hopping on it already, as you can see this guy here, but most of the cases you're gonna see my video. That's because I'm dominating this niche. Like, I specialized on this. So people, when they think of splurge type beat and they see a hood thumbnail like this, they think of me and no other producer. Because, for example, a radio producer like this, right, he's getting a lot of views on this beat, but his thumbnail styles are different from mine, of what I use. He uses straight up gun pictures. It's more like this violent thing. It's not something that obviously I condone and like I agree with, but it's what his audience relates to, right? Already you can tell the difference from hopping on a big generic niche rather than specializing. For example, one of the students I'm working with, Vince, he's actually industry producer, recently got a placement with Gunna, but he wanted to start doing R&B beats. But when I got on a call with him, I was like, bro, R&B is way too generic. So you have to niche down. And this is the same exact thing. You start to get high quality customers. You actually also start just getting customers in general. You start getting views as long as you start niching down, you start specializing into something. And with specializing, I don't just mean type of beats that you're gonna be making, but also thumbnails and the overall aesthetic of your channel. So this is basically your traffic source. This is your brand. You gotta think about YouTube as an actual website, right? People click on this, they see your website here, whatever you want to use, and that's where you actually get them into the sale process, right? But everything comes down to YouTube, I'm telling you, is the only and best way to actually get free eyeballs on you. Like, so name another business that can get you 1.2 million views and eyeballs on you just from posting your beats. Like, that's so crazy. You could never reach this just DMing rappers on Instagram, and most of the cases they're gonna be low quality leads, while people who look into your beats and actually decide to buy them, you know that they already like your work. So once you have your traffic source dialed in, we basically want to get into the sales process, right? Here, I think it's clutch to actually build a funnel. If you don't know what a funnel is, it's basically like, we can call it this type of triangle where, so the more you go into the bottom, the more like levels you're eliminating, right? So everything we said starts from YouTube, right? This is how you get your views. This is basically how you get eyeballs on you. This is how people discover you and find about your brand. Second thing, you're basically gonna have your website linked into all of your beats. And this is what I'm doing here. You can see if I click on any of my videos, there's the first thing that a person sees when clicking on my channel is basically a link to purchase the beat, and that directs them to my website. And this is also what you want to do, because basically you're gonna be hopping them on your website. From there, you actually have the customer who decides to purchase, right? Now this, it's hella important, because once you find a person like this that actually decides to invest money on you, this is like the most valuable thing that you can have. Because think about it, one thing is having people to free download your stuff. One thing is people actually throwing money at you because they like your beat. So when you have a customer purchasing one of your beats, you don't gotta let this go to waste, because this is how actually you scale down into the sales funnel. Your customer, you basically want to start kind of working one-on-one with him. There's two ways that you can actually do this. They're either gonna be DMing you on Instagram, or you just get them from the sales. I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. But even just people who DM you on Instagram, like looking to buy beats, for some reasons there's some people and artists who actually DM you even though you have like beats on your website, just because maybe they want to talk to you first. You know, they just want to build that relation. You don't gotta have those DMs go to waste. Only thing you gotta be aware of though is like people buying you on Instagram, there are some cases where they might just be broke rappers. You want to avoid them, and you basically just want to check on their profiles if they're serious, if they already have some songs uploaded, or just if they look professional. Basically, those are the people who I would rather talk to. Don't just look at the money they're flexing, because most of the cases those are the people who actually don't pay for beats. One thing is on Instagram, or you can also get their info from the sales that you get, right? I'm going to show you right quick the sales I'm getting through my BeatStar. Now, obviously, I'm gonna just scroll fast, but these are all sales that I'm getting basically. But when you also get sales on your BeatStars, I'm gonna blur this obviously for privacy reasons. For example, this is a sale I got today, right, for $150, and here now they're blurred for privacy reasons, but here is basically showcased all of this person information. So you get their phone number, email, and name, so you can like so easily reach out to them. So what you can do is create a sheet like this, and you can literally start saving their info. So let's say you have a name section, you can even give them different colors if that helps you. Email and phone number, just put it as number here, right? Because these are gonna be the ways you're gonna be reaching out to them. Also, something important that you should keep track of is how much money they spent on you. Because if it's a higher amount, you get that it's a higher quality lead, rather than if you're selling beats for fucking $5, call it quits. Those are definitely not qualified leads, and actually start valuing your work correctly. But if they're paying, like for example, in this case, this guy's paying $150 on this beat, so I know it's a hell of a good lead, right? So then I'm gonna be saving their name so that when I reach out, it actually feels personalized. Now, let's say James. So then I'm gonna have their email, just come up with a random email. I can enlarge this, it's gonna be easier. And then phone number, it can be whatever, right? And with this, I basically know I would also add one where it's gonna be status, where basically you can keep track of what you're doing. So let's say you reached out to this person, you can type reached out, all right? So you can keep track of what you do with these people. And basically what I would do, once you get their all infos like this, and you're gonna be getting a bunch of information here of people purchasing your beats if you're doing traffic source correctly, right? The funnel also works in this case, so basically goes like this. You get a traffic source, then you focus on sales. Have that dialed in, and you have these people saved here. You can basically start reaching out to them, and this is where the sales process starts. So what I would do, usually I prefer text just because it's more personalized. So as soon as I get a sale, I will basically type in their number, say something like, yo, this is Daniel, what's up? And I'll start talking to them. And you do not want to sell them something right away, because they just paying money on you literally. So what I would do usually is like ask them about the song, what they've recorded, if they can send that to me, so that with that you kind of get the relationship going. Maybe the easiest way you can do is literally ask them to send you the song. So if you say that, like if you ask them to send it, they feel appreciated. That's all an artist want. And once you've done that, you can glaze the song, make compliments about it, so that you obviously get the trust of an artist. Usually the best way to do this, even the glaze part, is in two ways. First of all, you want to be a fucking human being, normal, like literally just talk to it as a person, if it's where your friend or a person you're interested in. And second, you want to hop on a call ideally with them. That's what I do. Like sometimes I straight up call them after I get a sale, so that they actually trust you. You show that you care about them, right? And with that, you can follow up the other days and actually solve a problem for them. So you hopped on a call, you established a relationship with these people, you like the song, you tell them that you're actually willing to work one-on-one with them. You can hop on another call and actually start the sales process, right? These are artists, they purchase the beat online. The easiest way to get their trust is to be like, bro, let's start working one-on-one. And this is how you get into the third step, which is basically this is how you get repeating customers. And you can even just have 5 or 10, bro. If they're paying you like $200 per like package, even 500, and you have 10 of them, that could be $5,000 potentially every month just from those people. You could be making $5,000 a month just from like 10, 15 people ideally, right? If you do this correctly. The way you want to solve a problem is, again, usually what I like to say is, I'm telling them, yo, let's start working one-on-one. So with solving a problem, you basically want to find something that they're actually missing. It could be, who's mixing your songs? They say, I don't know, I don't have an engineer. It's like, okay, I can do that for you. Just send me the vocals, right? That's one problem solved. That could be $80, $100 that you can charge for that. So let's put that mix. Or like literally just offer them a custom beat package, right? It can be 5, 10 beats, and you could be charging even for $100 for them. You can ask half and half to pay up front. Like they actually know that your product is good because they purchased beats from you before, from your fucking channel, right? That's another problem solved. A very powerful thing that you can do is actually what Enter told me, a really good producer. You can play the beats live on the call. That's way more like face to face. They're actually there with you, right? Basically, once you find a problem to solve, you then want to get to the sale part, so where you're actually trying to sell this thing. And now here's where you're gonna be clutch to overcome objections. One most common thing is actually gonna be the price. Maybe it's too much, but maybe they're just gonna tell you, oh, I don't know, like I might think about it. There you gotta stop. You can ask stuff like, what is stopping you from buying right now? I don't know, maybe it's the price. Boom, you lower the price. Or maybe you can tell them, look, you can pay half now, and if you're so satisfied with it, you can pay the other half then. Basically, the whole thing of this is just get them to upsell them, right? Just to make that extra step to get you paid more, because you want to take advantage of the sales you're getting, right? The traffic source is the starting point, but this is how you niche down and actually find the repeating customers. And this is everything I do to boost my sales. I do have a completely free course on exactly how I scale type B channels. It's 2 hours long, full of sauce. So if you're interested on actually mastering how to get the type B channel running first and actually get those views, get it monetized, you could be potentially making thousands a month just from a channel. The link is gonna be in the description, definitely go check that out. You can also apply to work one-on-one with me if you just wanna get a shortcut to actually do this. The link is gonna be in the description for that as well. That being said, I really appreciate you guys. Hopefully you got some value out of this video, and I just wanna end it here for real. So if you stayed until the end, I know you're a real one. Consider following me on Instagram, and take care. Peace out.